Hi there, folks. I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
This week, when we're able to get out to the jetties, we've still been hitting the south and the north jetties. Right here on this tip of the north jetty, there have been slot reds, there have been the black drum hanging out all around here, and there's also been the big female sheephead coming in. Same deal on the north end. Sheephead, black drum, redfish, the oversized reds have been hanging out here a little on the tip, about 20 foot of water. You can use either cut mullet or cut menhaden, or even live shrimp's been working. What I've been doing is I've been parking out here away from the point and throwing back up on the rocks that you can't barely see underneath the water, and just having a little 3/8 ounce weight and kind of jigging it back towards me. We've been catching redfish. We've been catching good numbers of sheephead. The bigger sheephead are starting to come in. And we've also been catching pompano out here. So there has been a mixed bag limit all around the jetties. I like coming on the north end and then working these rocks all the way back to the beach. We've been also catching some speckled trout out here. So if it's too rough, I come back in and I'll start working these rocks all the way back down on this side. Seems like better potential for fish. There's some rock piles that come off these main rocks that you can't see if you got a depth finder. You can see them about 15 to 20 foot of water, and you can just put on a knocker weight, a weight right on top of the hook. 1.5 ounces is what I've been using, just depending on current. Number 2 or number 3 Kell hook, and dropping them straight down. And there have been good sheephead hanging all around this area. They're starting to really start gathering right now. If it's too windy, out here on the old McDermott dock, up against these pilings and these rocks right through here, first thing in the morning, been catching sheephead through here. There's been a bunch of small ones, but now the bigger ones are starting to come in. And we've been catching a few through there, just little pieces of shrimp. Been working real well. If they don't want to eat and you have a weight on, maybe take the weight off and just free line it. Better presentation. It seems like they've been taking it that way. First thing in the morning or later part of the evening, right out here in front, the Fina docks, up on these rocks right through here, free lining live shrimp. There have been slot reds through here. There have been sheephead hanging out through here. So right up against them rocks, you might be hung up. Just throw it out there and kind of jig it back. If you get hung up, but you feel like you got bait on, let it be, because them bigger reds, they're going to come and take it off the rocks, or the sheephead going to take it off the rocks, and you got a fish on. So good areas. Back here by these houses with these piers, this area right in through here, holding a mixture bag of fish. There have been sheephead, there have been black drum, and redfish. Few trout, but not a whole lot. But there have been some keeper trout through there. Once I get done there, I kind of come back over to Piper Channel. We're still catching fish. Tide's been still out. It's starting to come back in, but it's still low. And this whole edge through Piper Channel, been holding fish all the way down back to the houses. Right here on this bend, there's an S-curve that comes through here that goes into the flats. This area right here, it's pretty shallow. There's in the gut itself is about 3.5 foot. Oyster reefs on both sides. But if you come in here and you kind of anchor up, you might have boat traffic coming through that's going to hit this back flat back here. But there is fish in that gut. Those of you in the shallower water boats, if you get it back here on this back flat and start working these potholes, there have been redfish through here. There have been black drum. Live shrimp's been the ticket. Or if you can't find live shrimp, dead shrimp's also been working. Just watch out. There are a lot of oyster reefs through there. Back here at the houses, like I said last time, you cannot tie up to the docks, but all these docks, from the first house here all the way back, there's been potentials of catching black drum, sheephead, and redfish. And same way back here in the back and around this back little corner right here. This corner holds black drum and redfish. These piers all back here on these houses right here, I just go kind of work it every 50 feet down, and black drum still hanging out in that area. Now, if you're just wanting to trout fish, out here on Pelican Island, this little area right through here out in front has got some rocks that are in that deeper water, 5 to 6 foot. Free line and shrimp or your favorite plastics. Been holding pretty good speckled trout through here. If you come on down, there is a reef right here. You can kind of see it on the screen. There's a reef right here. But if you come back around to the back side and just be careful, don't run into the reef. Depending on which way the wind's blowing, that southeast wind, you can throw them baits right up on this reef or close to it. Speckled trout and sheephead have been kind of hanging out. If you come back on the inside, you'll see some pipes coming off the bank right here. Now you can fish it from the inside and fish it back towards that reef right here on this point. Good fish being caught there right now. If I don't catch them there, then I'm coming back around the point of Mustang, and I come over here to the houses. There's a 3 cabins through here, and there's a gut that runs through right through here. Black drum have been hanging off in this deeper cut, especially with that tide being low. If the tide's back up, then they start pushing out onto this flat. So all this area on this flat, those of you in them shallower water boats that can get up on this flat, even those of you in them deeper center console boats, I'll just start going in real slow, pick up my motor and trim it out real light, and I'll start working all these potholes out here. Cut menhaden, cut mullet, or even dead shrimp. Redfish, black drum kind of been holding out from that area. If I don't get them there, then I'm coming back down towards Flato. Flato cut out in front, this area right through here, especially if that tide's way out. There's a sandbar that comes out on this point. Redfish been kind of hanging out in that area. As the day comes on, I'll come through Flato. It's a man-made little gut through here. It's 8 foot deep. But all these little pockets on the edge, there have been black drum, there have been redfish. And you'll kind of see these little back coves. Work them coves. Sure, you'll find a box right through here if you're patient enough. If you're coming out of Port Aransas, come around the point of Mustang, I kind of hug this shoreline and come on back around, pass up Flato, and I'll come over here and go to the furthest point. Wilson's Cut. Black drum have been kind of hanging off through here. When the tide's out, they're in this deeper channel. Now, as the tide comes back up, this flat right through here, redfish and black drum have been kind of holding off through here. You just go through there and you'll kind of see them fish pick up that dirtier water, muddier water. Live shrimp or dead shrimps has been the ticket. You can also come back into this little cut right on the other side of Wilson's. Come back in, and you can work this deeper water up against these flats. Been holding pretty decent redfish, few trout, but mainly redfish. If you come back around through Atlantic Cut, which is coming back through these chains of islands also hold redfish through here. Cut mullet, even cut sardines, been working pretty good. This little Atlantic Cut that comes right through here, black drum and redfish. This little area through here is holding fish right now. And as the water comes in, the fish are going to push up onto this flat. See this deeper little pocket right here on this flat? Them redfish and black drum, they'll kind of congregate right through here. So this is good area to target. Redfish, black drum, live shrimp, dead shrimp, or even cut mullet's been working real well. With these north winds, if you come all the way back to the back and work this edge back here with your favorite baits, even back here is great for any kind of artificial. You can use top waters. You can use your favorite plastic under popping corks and just kind of drift through here. All this area has got good potential right now to catching fish. There's a lot of fish around Shamrock. If you don't know it, this is a good protected area, and you can get back here and you can play. You can kind of stay protected, and there's a lot of deeper water for those of you in those center console boats, those of you in them flat bottom boats. All of this area is good areas. You see this little deeper pocket back here, redfish and black drum. So if you've got Google, and you can get on here and look at your Google Maps, you can kind of see these pockets all through here, and you can kind of study it. But there's fish all around here right now, all the way from back towards Corpus at Deadman's, all the way back towards Shamrock. All that shoreline is holding fish right now. Y'all have a great week. Be safe. Be courteous.
Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Monte Graham.